Okay, I'm gonna make a real quick video here on what I trade on TastyWorks with a small account. I want to apologize now for the video quality. I didn't purchase some sort of capture software. I just used whatever I could find on the internet. So let's get started. What I trade are the Micro E-Mini for the S&P 500. So here's a little chart from TastyWorks ex- depicting what the fees are, what tick size is for the E-mini and the Micro E-mini, as well as their symbol, and how this all works. So we'll start by talking about the E-mini. When you trade an E-mini, when you buy a contract, the fee for the E-mini is $1.25 plus I think it's 80 cents TastyWorks charges, and that's just to buy one. Then you're gonna have that same fee on the back end when you go to sell that contract. So a tick size for the E-mini is 0.25. So when it moves 0.25, that's a tick. And each 0.25 it moves, whether up or down, is going to give you $12.50. And then the full point, so if it moves 4 ticks, that's a full point. You'll get $50 either plus or minus depending. But the requirement to trade on that with TastyWorks is you must maintain 12,000 at least $12,100 overnight, including your margin account. So it's not really feasible for me. I trade the Micro E-mini. As you can see, the fees are lower because you're talking less money, right? So smaller profits, and they helped us out with that on TD Ameritrade. Is what I do all my charting with. It's like $2.50 each way, so it comes up plus some other fee, and it comes up a little over $5. But tick size is the same for the Micro E Mini. It's 0.25. That's $1.25. It's going to cost you 27 cents plus 80 cents to make the trade. I shoot for a full point, so I try at a minimum. I would like to get stopped out and make $5. And what I mean, but I'll explain what stopped out means when I show the trade I did today. But our overnight requirement for the E-mini is 1,210. So the full margin, like I said earlier, for the E-mini S&P 500 is $12,100. And to intraday trade, you're gonna need 25% of that is actually gonna come out of your account. 3,025. And then when you sell or get stopped out, it goes back in and it bounces around, and you take your $50 profit if you move a point, you or take your $50 loss if you move down a point. The Micro E-mini is a tenth of that. So you're talking the full margin 1,210 to intraday trade. You need 25. You'll be leveraging 25% of that is 302.50, but your full margin must still be 1,210. And like I said before, you're gonna have to carry that overnight. So if it moves, let's say you have it set up for your stop loss for the Micro E-mini, you'll allow it to drop 2 points, 2 full points before you stopped out, and so you'll take a loss of $10. And your spread on the top side, you'll go 2 full points as well. So if it jumps up 2 points, you're going to take a profit of $10 minus your commissions on both sides. So a lot smaller money. You can do it with a lot smaller account. I set up my TastyWorks account with $2,500. It's because that's just what I had that I was willing to put in there and speculate with. So let me go ahead and show you what I did today. This morning, April 21st, I woke up and hopped on and started watching the market. And today I profited $167.50. Now, the trade, it took 2 hours and 55 minutes for this whole trade to take place from buying to selling. And it started before, I didn't count the time before the market opened, but that's really where I got in. So if you look at the bottom left, this is a ThinkOrSwim charting setup right here. You can't read it because of the poor video quality. I'm sorry. It says there's a reversal. So that reversal triggered. So now I'm watching because this is pre-market, and then right there, and that's about 104, anywhere between 41.15 and 41.20. That's the price range you're looking at. But then I come down here and I'm watching my MACD, and I'm a big fan of it. We have a cross. The momentum's changing. And then we confirmed it with this arrow right here. And then as soon as that hit, I hopped in. I bought one contract at the 41.18 mark. And I set up my stops. I go 4 points below. So that's 41.14. If it would have hit 41.14 anywhere in here, I would have stopped out. This green line, that's the risk I was willing to take. This green line that draws automatically with this the think script I got going. That's where I could put my stop and to play it, take more risk, but I choose 4 points. And then on the other side of the bracket, I go 15 points higher. So so that gives me time. If it starts running, I can still move it even higher. So let's talk about how I made this single contract run and I didn't get stopped out along the way. So we're 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes into this trade. This candle where my cursor's at started forming. And when that happened, I moved my stop all the way up here to 41.25. And remember, I trade everything on TastyWorks just because of the fees. And so let's say this candle were to drop all the way back down here, which with this amount of momentum was not likely. I would have saw a profit of $35, which is I was okay with that. That's fine. I'll take that. Um, but it didn't. It kept climbing and kept climbing, and then we had this little reversal right here. Not too concerning, but it did make me move my stop. As soon as this 20 minutes later, 15 minutes later, as soon as this candle hit, I moved my stop to 41.3175. That would have given me 68.75 profit, which I would gladly take because remember, I only risked 4 points at the very beginning. So now I'm in this for free. I was ready to lose $20 right off the top, right? Right off the get, $25 can go. But I followed my indicators and this is where it led me. It was a good day. So then we had this green candle. And I was like, okay, we're going to still go. Momentum's still decent. It hasn't flattened yet. Then we start getting a bigger downtrend here, followed by another one. I moved the stop one more time right under this green candle. Also, this little support, not much, but I figured that'd be a good spot. It would keep me off far enough away from here to let this run a little bit further. And that was at 41.37. And had it come back down to that stop, I would have profited $95. But that wasn't the case. We ran it. I just let it go for 2 hours and 55 minutes. This thing ran. And right here is where it was time to get out. You can't get out on this green candle. That's hard, unpredictable to get out there. So if I did get out there, we would have seen a profit of 177.50. We made 167.50. There's a $10 difference right here. So a 2-point move from there to there. But why did I get out here? I'll tell you why. We crossed right here, and then we had the confirmation right here. And that's what told me we've lost our momentum and we're gonna start our downtrend. So if you look at this, we had down, up, down, up, a long from beginning to end here. We moved really far. It's only natural that it needs to recover a little bit and try to come back down. And to be honest, once I got out here, I was done trading for the day. I wasn't gonna I could have came in again here, but notice I have no green arrow. We did not cross again. Actually, that didn't happen until about 11:10. We got this green arrow right here. We had it. We had the MACD cross again, but it wasn't a good signal because we were trading kind of not a lot of momentum either direction, and so it was getting real tight. And then at the end of the day, which I do not like getting in towards the end of the day, it's 12:30. To me, after 12:30, I don't like really playing that much, and I wouldn't have captured this anyways. I would have probably hopped in here, and I don't remember what the rest of the chart says because I only focused on for this video, what made me the money today. So if you like the video, you want me to keep making videos, please hit like and subscribe. I'll see if I can find a way to get these. I grabbed these code snippets for the MACD with these arrows and the crossover and the colored bars, as well as this buy signal, this sell signal. We got this reversal with this line here. From around the internet, I just found a bunch of things script. I compiled it all together to what works for me.